Okay, Zeynep, today we'll finish Unit 7. In this lesson, we'll read a magazine article and we'll focus on understanding the sequence of the events. Let's start. Chance meeting. What is a chance meeting, Zeynep? What is a chance meeting? Do you have an idea?
Chance meeting. No, teacher.
Okay. Chance meeting is uh, a meeting. In that meeting, a good thing happens. For example, you go to your work and suddenly you change your road, and when you change road, you meet another friend and you talk about it, and you decide a new thing, and this is chance meeting. Uh, you meet unexpectedly and good things happen. You don't decide to meet uh, a special you don't decide to have a special meeting. It happens by chance. It happens by chance. uh, so it's a meeting uh, that happens unexpectedly. It happens suddenly, and in the meeting a good thing happens, a very nice thing happens. Okay, have you ever had one? Have you ever had a chance meeting? Have you ever had a meeting suddenly with someone you don't decide before? You haven't decided before?
No.
Oh, okay. It's a chance meeting, and we'll read about a chance meeting here. Uh, and we're going to read the chance meeting and we'll answer the 3 questions here. How did the chance meeting happen? And what was the result of the chance meeting? Okay, let's read and find. Zeynep, can you read the first paragraph, please?
Although we live in different parts of the world, my cousin Seb and I have always been close friends. Our mothers are sisters. They are both British, but his mother married an Australian and went to live in Melbourne, while my mother married an American and went to live in New York. Our families used to get together in England almost every summer.
Okay, in the first meeting, we have an introduction. We
Yes.
The writer introduced us about the family.
Yes.
Let's think about the family. Okay, the writer says cousin Sap and the writer have been close friends. Their mothers are sisters. They're both British. His mother married to Australian and went to live in Melbourne. The writer's mother married to American and went to live in New York. Okay, in different countries. Uh, their families used to get together in England almost every summer. Okay, the writer introduced us about the family. The sap is writer's cousin, and their families are British, and their mother and father are married with different countries. Okay, my story starts 8 years ago. At that time, Seth was still living in his home city in Melbourne, and I was living and working in New York. Okay, now the chance meeting, the writer will tell us about how his or her chance meeting happened. It was 8 years ago. Sab was living in his home city, Melbourne, in Australia. I was living and working in New York. Seb hadn't had a holiday for 2 years, and so he decided to come and stay with me in New York. Okay. Seb hadn't had a holiday for 2 years, and he decided to stay with me in New York. I started arranging things for him to do. Okay. So the writer is woman and Seb is man. We understand here. Yes. Uh, the writer is woman, and she says, I started arranging things for him to do and thinking about the places we should visit. Hmm. Yes. She arranged uh, some things they can do together. Around the same time, my old friend Anna from Barcelona contacted me and asked if she could come and stay with me. I was suddenly very popular as my apartment was quite small. Okay, around the same time. Okay, while writer, the woman, was arranging something for SAP, while she was arranging some events for SAP, her friend Anna, uh, what did she do? Uh, uh, okay, her friend Anna from Barcelona contacted her and asked if she could come and stay with me. Ah, do you understand? Sep and Anna will meet. I think this is chance meeting. Sep and Anna, they will meet together. Okay, and Anna contacted her. She asked if she could stay with. I was suddenly very popular as my apartment was quite small for 3 people. Yes, the writer invited Sab and Anna contacted her and she said she would like to come and she says uh, her apartment was quite small for 3 people. I suggested that she should come on the day Seb left. Ah, very clever. I suggested that she should come on the day Seb left. I hadn't seen Anna for a few years, so I was excited about catching up with her. When Seb arrived at the airport, I was waiting for him. I took him to all the places I really liked in my neighborhood and to all the famous New York sites too. We went to Empire State Building on the first day, and after that, We walked in Central Park. We even went to the theater on Broadway. Okay, in this paragraph, she tells us about the arrangements for him. Okay, she and Sap went some important places in New York. Sap left for the airport on his last day to catch his morning flight. Ah, Sap left for the airport on his last day to catch his morning flight, and I picked up Anna in the afternoon. Okay, so she organized. What did she organize? Zeynep, do you understand? What did she organize? Sap would leave and Anna would come. So she helped Sap. They walked around New York and Sap left for the airport on the last day. And I picked up Anna in the afternoon. So in the morning, Sap left, and in the afternoon, Anna came. She was really excited, and I wanted to start sightseeing immediately. I took her to MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art. Museum of Modern Art. Oh. As I know she loves art, we were walking around when I saw a familiar face. I couldn't believe my eyes. It was Seth. His flight had been delayed. This is interesting. And this is chance meeting. This is chance meeting. Seth left in the morning. He left to the airport, and his flight had been delayed. His flight had been delayed. So he came back. He came back to his cousin, until the evening, and his phone had died. His phone had died. What do you understand? Had phone died? Had no charge. Uh, his phone had no charge. So his phone had died. So he decided to spend a few hours doing some last minute sightseeing of himself by himself, and he'd come to MoMA. Anna and Sep had never met before. Yes, this is chance meeting. Anna and Sep had never met before, and they had a chance meeting now. But they got on really well. They got on really well. After the holiday, they stayed in touch, and Seth went to visit her in Barcelona. Okay, they stayed in touch, and Seth went to visit her in Barcelona. I think Seth loved Anna. Yes. So he went to Barcelona to visit her. 2 years later, Seth moved to Barcelona, and shortly after that, they got married. Yes. They had the chance meeting, and after that chance meeting, they loved each other, they fell in love, and they got married. They've been married for 6 years now, and next year they're planning an anniversary trip to the Museum of Modern Art. Ah, anniversary trip. What is anniversary? Uh,
Yıl dönümü.
year. Something you do 1 year later. Yıl dönümü or something like this. Okay. They planning an anniversary trip. Now let's answer the question. The first question was, how did the chance meeting happen? How did it happen? Think about Sab and Anna. How did they meet? What kind of chance meeting did they have? Yes?
Anna is arrived the Seb.
Sorry. Anna?
Anna
Yes?
is come,
Anna came.
and Seb went to the airport.
Sab went to the airport.
Seb went to airport.
Sab went to the airport in the morning, and Anna came in the afternoon. In the
Yes.
morning, Sab went to the airport. In the afternoon, Anna came. So they didn't see each other.
Yes. But suddenly,
What happened?
Seb couldn't go.
Yes, couldn't fly. Yes.
His ticket
Yes.
is
his flight was delayed.
Yes.
Flight was delayed, so he couldn't fly. He couldn't go.
Yeah.
He came back. Where?
Yes, and
Yes. Where did they meet? Where did they meet, Zeynep?
They are meet.
Here.
Sightseeing.
They met in MoMA.
Yes.
Museum of Modern Art. The writer took Anna to MoMA, and they were walking around the MoMA because Anna loved art, and suddenly the writer says, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was Sab. Suddenly Sab appeared there, and Sab and Anna met there. Sab and Anna met there. And what happened after that? What happened after that?
They were get on well. Got on
Yes.
well. And Anna left to Barcelona.
Yes.
And Seb, after 2 years,
He visited. Yes, he
he
visited
visited.
Anna in Barcelona. They fell in love, huh? Well, they fell in love when they first meet. Yes. So this was the chance meeting. Now the second question, what was the result? What was the result of the chance meeting? What was the result of the chance meeting?
They get married.
Yes, they got married. They got married. Do they have, okay, how long have they been married now? 6 years now. They have been married for 6 years now. Okay. Now, read the focus box. How can we understand the order of events in the history? Okay, sequence of events. Olayların ardışıklığı, sıralanışı. The tenses that the writer uses can help us understand the order of the events in history. Evet, tensler, yazarın kullandığı tensler, hikayedeki olayların dizimini, sırasını anlamamızı kolaylaştırır, yardımcı olur. Past perfect emphasis, which action came first? Past perfect bu zamanda görmüştük. 7B'nin konusu. Past perfect tense ile geçmişteki eylemin hangisinin önce olduğunu anlıyoruz. Bu şekilde bir dizilimi anlıyoruz. Evet, past perfect tense yazar kullanır. Çünkü hangisinin önce olduğunu anlarız. And can often give us the background of the story. Evet, kullandığı tense'lerle aynı zamanda background'ını, arka planını anlatır bize. Okay, Seb hadn't had holiday for 2 years and he decided to come and stay with me in New York. Evet, o karar vermeden önce gelmeye New York'a, onunla kalmaya 2 yıl boyunca hiç tatil yapmamıştı. Evet, önceki durum hiç tatil yapmamış olması ve daha sonra da bir tatil amaçlı olarak New York'a gelmesi, bunu bize anlatıyor yazar. The past continuous show an action that was not finished at a certain point in the past. Past continuous tense'de de biz geçmişte bir süre devam ediyor olan eylemleri anlıyoruz. I was living and working in New York. Bir süreliğine New York'ta yaşıyordum, çalışıyordum. Evet. When we use the past continuous together with the past simple. Past continuous tense'i past simple'la beraber kullandığımızda da past simple action interrupts the past continuous one. Böyle iki zaman kullandığımızda past simple'lı olan cümlede hareketin kesiştiğini anlıyoruz. Past continuous'taki eylemle kesiştiğini anlıyoruz. Örneğin, Seb arrived at the airport. When Seb arrived at the airport, Seb havalanına vardığında I was waiting for him. Ben onu bir süreliğine bekliyordum. Evet, devam eden olay ve onu kesen varma olayı. Bekleme, sürekliliği kesen bekleme, varma olayı. We can also understand the order of events by looking at the words that describe time. Olayların dizimini aynı zamanda zaman kelimeleriyle de anlayabiliyoruz. 8 years ago, 2 years later, and the sequence after that in the end gibi. Find the underlying examples of the following in the story. Şimdi hikayede geçen bu zamanları bir keşfe çıkalım. Past perfect tense'li olan cümleleri buluyoruz. Okay. Paragraph 1. Bana söyler misiniz past perfect'li cümleleri? Yes. Is there any past perfect tense here?
I have always been close friends.
Ama bu past perfect değil. Bu present perfect Musa. Had olsaydı o zaman past perfect olurdu. Bu present perfect tense. Past perfect tense istiyorum. Yani had verb 3. Had. İkinci paragrafta var mı acaba?
İkinci de var.
Evet Umut.
Şurada
Okur musun?
Seb hadn't had a holiday diyor.
Yes, hadn't had holiday. Güzel. Peki üçüncü paragrafta var mı? Burada var mı? Ha şurada ben gördüm. Hemen gözüme ilişiverdi. His flight had been delayed. Evet, had been delayed. Rötar yapmıştı. Evet, uçuşu rotarlı olmuştu. Başka var mı? Ha bir tane daha var. He'd decided, kısaltarak yazmış. He'd Decided. Karar vermişti. Başka var mı? Evet. Burada Anna ile yazar vakit geçirdiğinde daha önce olmuş olayları anlatıyor bize. İşte Seb'in ne yapmış olduğunu. Ha, bakın şurada bir tane daha gördüm. Anna and Seb had never met before. Had never met before. Daha önce hiç karşılaşmamışlardı. Okay. Yes, now let's find past continuous tense. Can you find past continuous tense? I think the writer says, I was waiting. I was waiting. It's past continuous tense. Can you find more? We were walking here. We were walking. We were walking. This is past continuous tense.
I started arranging.
Sorry? Sorry?
I started arranging. Nasıl okunuyor?
O past continuous değil Musa. Past continuous'ta ne var? I'dan sonra was, were var. Fiile.
Hocam yukarıda var bir tane.
Hangisi?
İkinci paragrafın başında.
Üçüncü paragrafın başı.
İki.
I was waiting for him, yes.
İkide de var hocam.
İki.
I was living and working diyor.
Yes. Seth was still living in his home. Okay. I was living and working in New York. Evet, bunlar past continuous tense. Evet, güzel. Time expressions'larda işte o
At that time gibi.
at that time, every summer, bu tür zamanların hepsini kapsıyor. Find the two actions each sentence, write one next to the action that starts events first and next start action start second. Evet, bu alıştırmayı şeyler yapalım. Evet, iki tane hareket görüyoruz. Bir cümlede iki tane eylem var. Örneğin I saw Joanna. Görme eylemi var. While I was walking in the park. Yürüme eylemi var. Write one next to the action that happens first and two seconds. Hangisi önce hangisi sonra onu belirliyoruz. I saw Joanna while I was walking in the park. Hangisi önce olan bir eylem?
I was walking.
Anlamadım.
Walking. I was
Walking is the first, yes. Walking is first and so is the second. While I was walking in the park, I saw Joanna. Cevaplar varsa böyle bakarak geçelim. Walking first, so second. Now two. Before she left house, she checked the window were closed. Before she left house, she checked the windows closed. Which is the first?
She checked that the window.
She checked the windows were closed and left second. Yes. Checking is first, leaving is second. Good, Nadia. Three. They met about 6 years ago and got married soon after. They met about 6 years ago and they got married soon after. Which is the first action?
They met about 6 years ago. First.
Yes. They met is the first action. Got married is the second. Yes. After they had finished work, they went to local restaurant. After they had finished work, they went to local restaurant. Which is the first action?
After they finish
Yes. Finish work is first action. Go to local restaurant is the second. Yes. And the last one, they went to bed early as they'd gone a long day. They went to bed early as they'd had a long way. Which is the first and which is the second?
they had a long day first.
They'd had a long day is the first. They'd had a long way and they got tired. It was a long day and they went to bed. Went to bed is the second. Yes. Now, next one. Put the event in the story in the correct order. Use the language underlined in exercise 3 to help you. Okay, we'll put the sentence in the correct order. The first sentence is Seb didn't have a holiday for a long time. Seb didn't have a holiday for a long time. What is the next one? What is the second one?
The writer took steps to all the famous places in New York.
Yes. Now let's check. Sırayla gitmiyormuş. Evet. Two is C. Writer took Seb to all the famous places in New York. Now, what is 3? What is 3?
He decided to do some last minute sightseeing.
He decided to do some last minute sightseeing. Diyorsun.
Almost.
Ama bu
Evet.
şu B'den sonra daha uygun. Hani rötar yaptıktan sonra karar verir. The writer took Seb to all the famous places in New York. New York'ta ünlü yerleri gezdirdi. Sonra ne oldu?
The writer saw a familiar.
Bu da Ena ile writer Moma'ya gidince oluyor.
Şey olabilir, D olabilir mi hocam?
Değil mi? Anna and writer visited Moma. Yes. This is 3. Çünkü bu ikisi arasında bir şey verilmemiş. 4. Seb's flight was delayed. Evet, 5'i bulmuştuk. Hangisiydi 5?
He decided to do.
Şu değil mi? 6'yı verdi. Neyse 5'i bulduk. 6'yı da verdi bize. Decided some last minute sightseeing. The writer saw a familiar face.
7 F.
7 hangisi?
F olur.
F mi? Evet, güzel. Self visited personality Anna. Evet, daha sonra Evet, şu 5'i de yaptıktan sonra bu da en son. Set moved to Barcelona. Okay. Evet, bu şekilde. Have you or anyone you knew ever had a chance meeting that was important? Şimdi chance meeting ne olduğunu daha iyi anladınız ve başınızdan böyle bir şey hiç geçti mi? Ya da anyone you know. Siz ya da tanıdığınız birisi. Have you or anyone you know ever had a chance meeting that was important? No? Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay. How important do you think chance in our lives? Okay, this is general question. It's not about this one or that one. Chance. How important is it in our lives? Is it the most important thing? Or sometimes it is important? What do you think? Chances, no, chance. How important is chance in our lives? How important is chance in our lives? What do you think, Musa? Is it important?
A little bit important.
It is?
Little bit.
A little bit important. Okay. Nagihan, what do you think? Umut, what do you think?
I think so important.
It is, yes, it is sometimes very important, so important. Okay.
I believe working.
Working is more important, yes.
Yes.
But sometimes working and chance together are important. Chance
Yes.
is not very important, a bit important, but yes, Musa, you are right. Working is more important, but sometimes chance and working together, they are very important. Now, this is the end of the reading lesson. Let's have a break. At 11, we'll continue with writing and yes, writing lesson. Okay, let's have a break. See you at 11.
See you.
Bye.